So today topic is about we are going to see about an micro electromechanical system. So the outlines what we are going to see about over on at Abhinam, we are going to see about an what about the MEMS introduction, what about the sensors and its types, what about the fabrications, what about MEMS manufacturing technologies and applications, and finally conclusion. So references it is not necessary, just we'll have things over on it. Okay. So MEMS micro electromechanical system. So what is micro electromechanical system? So it is a technique. So from the name itself, we can say that by the technique of combining electrical and mechanical components together, by the combining of an electrical and mechanical components together on a chip to produce a system of a miniature dimensions. So we'll have a micro electromechanical systems, which is a technique of combining electrical and mechanical system together on a chip to produce a system of miniature components. So when you are saying about a MEMS, so it is the integration of a number of micro components, integration of a number of micro components on a single chip, integration of a number of micro components on a single chip, which allows the microsystems to both sense and control the environment. So integration of a number of micro components on a single chip, which allows the microsystems to both sense and control the environment. The components are integrated on a single chip using microfabrication technologies. The components which are integrated on a single chip using a microfabrication technologies. So suppose the next thing we have to define. So this is the microelectro. There is a combination of electrical and mechanical. So integration of a number of micro components on a single chip in order to sense and control. Next thing, upper we have to define what is sensor. So a device which is used to measure a physical quantity and convert it into an electronic signal without modifying the environment. Okay. So device which is used to measure a physical quantity, a device which is used to measure a physical quantity and convert into an electronic signal of some kind without modifying the environment. So what can be sensed? So what are all the parameters that can be sensed, Avina? So we can able to sense the pressure, we can able to sense the temperature, we can able to sense the flow rate, and similarly we can able to sense the radiation, we can able to sense the chemicals, we can able to sense the pathogens. Okay. So we'll have a two-axis magnetic sensors, two-axis accelerometer, we'll have a light intensity sensor, humidity sensors, pressure sensors, and temperature sensors over there. But why MEMS are sensors? But why MEMS for sensors? Okay, so we'll have a smaller in size. It have low power consumptions. It more sensitive to input variations. It is cheaper due to mass production. At the same time, less invasive than the larger devices. So we'll have a smaller in size over it, and we'll have a low power consumptions. Okay, so we'll have a thing which is to be less sensitive in the case of a larger than devices. So what about the fabrications? So materials which is used are to be the silicon, polymers, metals, and ceramics. So we'll have a basic process, deposition, patterning, and the etching over there. So this is to be the fabrications where we'll be using silicon, polymers, metals, and the ceramics. So we'll have a process also in terms of an deposition, patterning, and the etching. What is deposition? Deposition in the sense because of a which will happen because of a chemical reaction or a physical reaction. Similarly, in the case of patterning, so the pattern is transferred to a photosensitive material by selective exposure to a radiation source such as the light. Similarly, if the resist is placed in a developer solution, so after selective exposure to a light source, so it will etch away. Etching. So etching is the process of using strong acid to cut into the unprotected parts of a metal surface to create a design. So there are two classes of etching processes. So we'll have a wet etching and we'll have a dry etching. So so the etching is the process in which the strong acid to cut into the unpredicted parts of a metals over on it. Okay. What about the MEMS manufacturing technology? So we'll have a bulk micro machining, surface micro machining, and high aspect ratio silicon micro machining over there. So MEMS manufacturing technology, bulk micro machining. So this technique involves the selective removal of the substrate material in order to realize miniaturized mechanical components. And similarly, a widely used bulk micro machining technique in MEMS is chemical wet etching, which involves the immersion of a substrate into a solution of reactive chemical that will etch exposed regions of the substrate at very high rates. Okay. So this is the way to represent the bulk micromachining. So we'll have a technique in which the wet etching, so immersion of a substrate in the solutions of reactive chemicals and expose the regions of a substrate. So surface micro matching. In surface micro matching, the MEMS are formed on the transfer on top of the material using a deposited thin film materials over on it. So see over there, so these are all the five differentiations over there. The first one to be the spacer layer deposition, and second one to be the patterning of the spacer layer. Third one to be the deposition of the microstructure layer. Fourth one to be the patterning of desired structure, and fifth one to be the stripping of the spacer layer resolves into the final structure. So this is will be happening in the surface micromachining. So we'll have a MEM sensors which are formed on top of the water, which is using deposited the thin film materials. Okay, and the next one, high aspect ratio silicon micromachining. So which is to be the combines aspect of both the surface and bulk micromachining to allow for silicon structures with extremely high aspect ratios through the thick layers of silicon. So that is the hundreds of nanometers up to hundreds of micrometers. So we'll have a MEMS technology which enables a high degree of immunity to high frequencies, so high amplitude parasitic vibrations. So apart from that, applications in medical science, so we'll have a biocavity laser. So this device distinguishes cancers from non-cancerous cells, thus aiding the surgeons in operations. Similarly, Smart Pi 2, so it is implemented in the body. We'll have automatic drug delivery on demand. So sight for the blind, MEMS-based array that may be inserted in the retina of a blind person to provide the partial sight. So what about the applications in marine science? So sensing in marine environment, it may be done for various reasons. So the first thing, oil exploration and related applications. So we'll have oil exploration and related applications. And the second one, we'll have a global weather predictions. So these are the things about happen over on it. And third one, we'll have a monitor water quality for any contaminations. So we'll have a third thing. Fourth thing, measure parameters determined to the health of structures in the sea. Fifth one, we'll have about a study of aquatic plants and animals. And the sixth one, in military operations. So these are the sensing in marine environment. So due to various reasons, so we'll have the applications in the marine thing over there. Okay. So similarly, what about the applications in marine military operations? So an array of MEMS sensors spread on the ocean floor could detect the presence of enemy subordinates. So when we are seeing up over that, MEMS sensors, so which is used to, so the MEMS sensors, which are being used in anti-torpedo weapons on submarines and ships. So these are the sensors which is spread on the oceans over there. Similarly, the sensors in torpedoes are responsible for detonating the torpedo at the right time. So hitting the target in a crowded environment, it prevent any premature explosions over there. Okay. So overall, in the conclusions, what we have to David of Abdina. So it promises the computations world connected computing nodes automatically. At the same time, it acquire and act on real-time data about the physical environment, helping to improve lives, promoting a better understanding of the world and enabling people to become more productive. So these are about the MEMS promises, which concludes in the conclusions over there. Okay, so this is the way to represent the MEMS technology. So it is the combination of an electrical and mechanical, so combined of the micro elements which is combined into the single values over there. Okay, so that we can take it out account in the next class. Okay, so we take over there. Okay, so thank you all.